Hi, my name is Sue Dean, and I'm doing my second career profile on a marriage and family therapist. The therapist's name is Glenn Heap, and his working environment is he has a small office with one waiting room and one room to visit his clients. He is the only therapist there, and it is his sole proprietorship. Thus, his hours are 100% flexible. Currently, he's working about 50 hours a week because one of his three children is in college and he's paying for the college tuition. And when the kids were younger, he worked, probably about 30 hours a week so he could be involved in their school and church and sports. He says his typical stressors, I thought this was very interesting and I often wondered about it, was vicarious trauma, the trauma he feels through them, kind of an empathy. Um, I wondered how much of a factor this would be as a therapist or any type of person in psychology. He said working with his clients who are struggling with difficult situations can carry with him throughout the day. Sometimes he'll see a client that was real difficult in the morning, and then it stays with him all day when he's seeing other clients and he has to stay focused. Other stress factors, he said, include helplessness and unfairness in life. I'm sure that's something he feels a lot when he listens to his clients. And then from a business factor, there's a lot to do with calendaring and keeping up with everything he has to do with insurance. He says typically there's about 12 1099s he has to file a year. So that's probably 12 different insurance companies he has to report to. Typically, benefits for him is he would have to pay for his own, but his wife is a teacher and he gets his health insurance through her. But he does have his own retirement program. He gets it through a SEP IRA, which is a self-employed program, IRA. He didn't start that too many years ago, and he said the one thing he would do differently is he would have started this much younger. He said the common tasks, of course, include meeting with his clients, and that's the most important. He takes extensive notes. He does them not only on his laptop during the appointment, but he also has hard copies, keeps them in a file. He's very proud of how well he takes and keeps his notes. He works a lot on insurance and billing, as you can imagine. He has to write letters to the courts as required by his clients, and he works with DCFS, which is the Los Angeles County Department of Children and Family Services. That's where he would report if there was any abuse he sees. Educational requirements. He is a LMMFT, and that's where the title's been changed to recently. It used to be just MFT, so now it's Licensed Marriage and Family Therapist. This required for him a 4-year bachelor's degree in psychology, or it could be sociology, a master's degree in counseling or marriage and family. 3,000 internship hours. That's equivalent to about 1.5 years full-time. That's a lot of internship hours. He did this at DCFS that I mentioned earlier. And then there's a written and an oral test for the state of California to become licensed. He said the starting range is about 60,000 on a salary, and experience is about 110. And again, that's going to depend if you work for yourself like he does or you work within a corporation. You have less flexibility working within a corporation. You may have better benefits, but you may not have as high a salary either. Miscellaneous career information. Well, the LMMFT requires 18 hours annually of continuing education. So he's always on the lookout for seminars that have to do with the current trends of what his client needs are that year. Then he has to research the best one, and he pays out of pocket for his travel and expenses and the cost of the seminar. Now, I'm sure he can write that off taxes, but he does have to pay for it out of pocket. And that's it for the marriage and family therapist. I thought this was very interesting. Glenn Heap is a friend of mine and a mentor and has helped me through this process of getting my degree as well. Thank you. Have a nice day.